Hello and welcome to This Week in Bitcoin. A lot of stuff happened again this week, so let's not waste any time and get stuck in right away. News number one this week come from the Deutsche Bank, and the banking giant out of Germany has released a report in which they took a closer look at various assets and their development until 2030. In there, very prominently, they are mentioning that they are expecting central banks to be buying and holding Bitcoin in a place next to gold. The reasoning is quite simple. They say gold has established itself as the reserve bank currency of the world. They use that to hedge against any downside in the future and obviously to have hard money in there. And Bitcoin fulfills that role as well, especially with the institutional adoption and the way things have been going in the last 18 months. They see it very likely that this positive development will continue, and at one point that a central bank will actually create a Bitcoin reserve for his advantage. News number two come out of Southeast Asia, and that's where the country of Laos has announced that they will use hydroenergy, excessive hydroenergy, to mine Bitcoin. They're not going to be the first country to discover this, let's call it mining hack, but they definitely will follow the pursuit of countries such as Bhutan, who have shown that a small country can actually use the natural resources they have to their advantage, build a Bitcoin treasury, attract foreign capital, and therefore be a net benefit for its citizens. Excessive energy in the mining business is nothing new. Miners actually like this because this sort of energy is mostly wasted because it can't be used. And with miners, all you need to do is connect it to the energy source, flip the switch, and turn the miners on. So congrats to Laos. We'll be following this very closely to see how they will further use Bitcoin to their advantage. And lastly, we have some news from Coinbase, where NBA star Kevin Durant has announced that he has actually had an 11,000% return on his Bitcoin investment. The NBA star has been very keen about Bitcoin. He's also been very vocal about it in the past on social media. And in a fireside chat with Brian Armstrong, he mentioned his success. There was some mishap with him not getting into his Coinbase account at one point. Kevin, if you're watching this for some reason, please hold your coins in self-custody. That is the safer bet. But nevertheless, another, let's call it nice PR stunt for Bitcoin with a prominent voice. And with that, we're at the end of This Week in Bitcoin. You know the drill. If you've got questions, feedback, or just want to say hello, leave me a comment below. And I look forward to seeing you next week again.